Welcome back to another video, everyone. My name is Kyle. I'm a full-time options trader and founder of Opinicus, the premier options trading community. Today, we're going to be looking at a trade recap of an actual trade that I took in Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. This was a daily gap reversal. Let's jump right into the charts. Okay, taking a look at BABA. As always, I like to start on the daily chart. We like to get that higher time frame context as to what is happening with the stock. And so basically what you can see here is looking at the 1 year daily chart. Basically what we see is that BABA is just trading sideways. There's nothing really happening here. We have pretty much a big range. This is a very wide range, about 60 points here, but it's just sideways, right? There's no real trend at play. You've got some intermediate trends within this, but broadly speaking, over the 1 year, it's just sideways. And so with that in mind, I start to look at what is happening in the most recent action. And so basically what we can see here is there's a little bit of support all through here, this 85 area, held as support here, held as support here, all through here as well. And then you do have the volume point of control right through this 89 level. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the volume point of control, basically this just gives a visual of volume through price. Traditional volume shows you volume through time down here. This shows you at what share price the most volume has taken place, and that's going to be at this 89 level. And so we usually use that as a reference point. Now, when it comes to the actual setup here, we were dealing with a daily gap. Basically, BABA had news this morning, and the news was that Alibaba is to break up into 6 units, which may pursue individual IPOs. That was from Bloomberg. You're looking at the pre-market prep notes. This is sent to Traders Think Tank members every single morning prior to the opening bell. And you can see here what we had was BABA as a fresh news idea. Now we're going with the bull bias. It's a gap trade, and we're watching for strength above 92.6 to test 95, 98. And 100. And so where did I get those levels from? Well, basically the trigger level that you can see here, let's jump right into the 2-minute chart or more the near-term charts. The trigger level is going to come from this recent high right here. I like that area, the 92.5, 93 area, and also it coincides with the 200 MA. I don't know if you can see that there, but the 200 MA is coming across right here. This morning, it was right around that 92.3 area. And so basically the idea is that I want to see that 200 MA continue to hold. And if it does, I can take a long trade and trade this up into the targets. Now for the targets, I'm looking at the recent highs all through here. That's going to be 95. And then we have 98. That's roughly the declining 50 MA right there. And then 100. 100 is going to serve as a psychological level. Now you could see it kind of petered out between 98 and 100 as expected. And it gave an 8% move off of session lows off of the trigger level. And so basically what I was looking at here is we are gapping higher. Not interested in chasing this as an opening drive trade. The setup did not really call for that. The higher time frame setup did not call for me to be long the stock through the pre-market high. And so this initial pop, I'm not interested in it. I really want to see how that 200 MA is going to be treated. And so this is all selling, not interested in grabbing it off of VWAP or anything like that. Just want to see how that 92 zone is treated. We have the initial test. I don't really have a strong reversal signal here for an intraday reversal, so I just let that one kind of develop. It bounces into VWAP, and what we have is a retest near the lows, but this is actually a higher low. That's where I start to get my signal that this is a long that needs to be taken fairly soon. And so what I want to do is I want to get involved right around here. Stop is going to be through session lows. First target is going to be what I posted, the 95, and then session highs as a second target. We always use those intraday levels once we have them as targets. And so that's exactly what I did. I got involved with BABA. Let me make this a little larger. We got involved with BABA right through here. You can see long calls right around here, right on this candle. Basically, once I had the confirmation that this would be holding and we exited at 95, I did see a bit of exhaustion there on that candle, this kind of shooting star candle, and it was right at my target, so I didn't want to wait and see what happens. I just wanted to take all my profits right there. So I went ahead and took the play off. Entry, if I remember correctly, was around 125. Final exit was around 2.5, so it was almost 100% gain on this trade in just a fairly short amount of time. I mean, we're talking about half an hour here. If that, fairly straightforward play, a pretty easy setup as far as stress or anything like that is concerned, as far as trader emotion, simply because I know I'm pretty much involved with the stock right at my risk level. And so risk is very tight. I'm not too worried about it. I can just let this thing ride higher. I did leave a lot on the table, but I traded it per my plan, and so I'm totally okay with that. This was the BABA recap. Again, we were dealing with basically what is a daily reversal. There's a trend lower, gapping up, reversing this trend. Big picture was just a range, and we did have a catalyst. 200 MA holds. Great play, massive volume on this. Hope you guys found this useful. If you have any questions about this particular trade and you're in the think tank, go ahead and send me a direct message there. If you're not in the think tank, you need to be getting involved with it. We have a 14-day trial at the link in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.